thing, and it's going. Yes. Yeah. No. Yes. We're going.
Are we seriously going?
I think we're seriously going to go on that ride. Yeah. Now watch this. Come in here. Look at this. Look at this. Look. See, that's not too fast, is it?
No.
No.
Even though it's plunging fast.
Guess what? It is perfectly legal for women to cross the border to give birth. You can absolutely show up when you go up, you walk across the border, and the Border Patrol goes, "What are you here for?" "To have my baby in the United States." As long as the woman has a current visa and can prove she can pay her medical bills. Women without money or proper documentation will still be turned away at the border. And the way they get in is a coyote has to bring them in, and they literally have to be delivering at the moment. And by the way, it's not only women from Mexico that are coming into the United States. Some come away from Hong Kong and South Korea. And the reality is they do this so this kid can have an American passport. And one of the reasons, by the way, in my business, surrogate parenting, I ask people, why are you coming in from Singapore and Hong Kong? We have people from all over the world, from Asia, from Saudi Arabia. You know, why would you go to the expense of coming here? Well, the main reason is, first of all, we're infertile, but also, what an opportunity for my kid to have an American passport. That is gold. Throughout the world, this American passport is gold. No matter what the world thinks of us, I will tell you right now, as much as they hate us, they all want an American passport. Because this is still the land of opportunity.
Good one.
Great shot.
So Hal, let me know whether or not we should take the embryos without a contract.
Well, I think you know the answer to that one. Very risky, huh?
Okay, that means we're not going to do it.
And you need the consent of the patients, because you got both a privacy and other issues, including patient-physician privilege. So.
No, I think they want us just to come in with the truck and pick them up.
Big mistake.
Then I'm not going to do it. Recently, we provided our troops that were going to be deployed into war an opportunity to store their sperm, their important genetic material. We could store it, freeze it, and it'll be there forever. And if a man goes to war, and if he's injured, and if he's either infertile or sterile or dead, we have his sperm here stored at home. I don't understand why the Defense Department, knowing this, wouldn't say, "Hey guys, we should have a sperm bank." I could just see it, an Army sperm bank, a Navy sperm bank, an Air Force sperm bank, a Coast Guard sperm bank. Why not?
My mother went through in vitro fertilization last year, and she had her baby last summer. And it was really uncomfortable for me. She didn't tell me for the longest time. I think she was already like 4 months along when she finally told me. And my sister was pregnant at the same time, and I thought, well, how am I going to deal with this? And I just kept thinking about, well, I hardly ever see my mom as it is. She's got a very busy career, and I'm thinking, well, her daughter is going to be younger than my kids. And it's like, and I keep calling her her daughter and not my sister. And I still do that today.
She's a child. She's innocent. She didn't ask to be here. That was your mother's choice. So at some point, you know how to fix this. You know how to connect with this child. Just sharing a personal input on my own life, we had thought about adopting. Gone through a long process and went through all the picnics. And there was a little girl that we took just an incredible attachment to. Half black, half white little girl. Beautiful, beautiful. She didn't speak. She was 2 years old. She did speak. She spoke to us. Went to this picnic, and the teacher was saying she never talks, But all of a sudden, when you come, she would follow us, and she would always just look at me like intensely in my eyes.
Wow.
And she would talk. But when we weren't there, she never spoke. So I was going through the challenge of, my goodness, if we get this child in our home, will my family accept this half-breed child? It didn't matter the race of this child, the fact that this child was so in need of parents. And we selected not to move ahead because we found out later that there was a brother involved.
Oh, yeah.
And they wanted us to take them both.
Right.
And I've never raised a boy, and I wasn't up for the challenge.
Right.
I was so surprised that they came up with that little brother deal. And I sat there and I said, you know what, this system is so vicious. You knew that. You knew that a family would latch onto that little girl. I said, you know what, we're going to come. We're going to come. I need closure. I need to go to sleep at night. I cannot go to sleep. Knowing she's crying, and that little girl latched onto us that day. I was like, oh my gosh, she's killing me.
Oh, yeah. How could they do that to that child? That's so unfair.
That is. That's the system. That's the system for you. The system is to trick you. It is.
This is my hand you'll feel, and then this is the ultrasound. Just let me know if at any point if it's uncomfortable. It shouldn't be. Okay.
Now that I'm in the process of donating to another couple and they live so close to me, it is a very different feeling for me. It's so much more real to me. I felt very disassociated from the first couple because I just thought there's no way I would ever see the child or meet the child. Even though in my mind I said I would like to, I think if I actually did, I think I'd be very emotional. I can't imagine, you know, I like I said, I go through these in my mind of what I even envision meeting the child. I think it would be easier for me to meet the child if the child was an adult. If I saw a little baby or a little toddler, I think.
And I still have 4 more tubes to move.
I do think about what it would be like if, when they were 18 years old and they came knocking on my door, calling me or something, and I don't know how I would react. That is why, you know, maybe that's why part of me does distance myself a little bit. I don't want either of these children ever in their lives to get any confusion at all about who their parents are. You know, I know that I helped to bring them into this world, and that yes, genetically they are related to me, but I have never considered myself to be, you know, their parent.